Donnet and SDD rupture discs are designed to provide instantaneous pressure relief at predefined pressure and temperature conditions. A vital element that can greatly influence the effectiveness of these rupture discs is their installation. In fact, every Donnet and SDD rupture disc shipment is accompanied by detailed installation instructions. These guidelines have been formulated to ensure that the installation process is performed correctly and efficiently. This video is intended to supplement the written instructions, further simplifying the procedure and assisting you in achieving an optimal setup. The rupture discs and tag plates are constructed of metallic materials, which means edges could be sharp. To ensure your safety during handling, always use protective gloves. The label on the rupture disc and holder of the safety device contains important product data. Additionally, a QR code is available which provides access to certificates and other valuable information. Remember to verify the correct value of the burst pressure and the discharge temperature that the disc is designed to handle on the tag plate of the rupture disc. To ensure that plant requirements are met, it's important to thoroughly check the compatibility between disc holder and flanges, as well as other parameters, and compare these with the information provided on the disc tag plate. Compatibility between the disc and disc holder is type dependent. Therefore, it's crucial to verify that the type marked on the disc plate aligns with the type indicated on the disc holder plate. For your safety, we highly recommend the use of protective equipment such as gloves, a helmet, safety glasses, and safety shoes during the handling and installation process. Before we proceed, please take note of the following general recommendations to ensure optimal performance and safety during the installation and maintenance process. It is the user's responsibility to build and size the piping system on which the safety device is installed in a way that ensures resistance to all the loads it will be exposed to, including the reaction forces resulting from the release from the rupture disc discharge. The position of the rupture disc on the plant must be duly indicated as a danger zone. Installation or maintenance operations must not be carried out on the rupture disc while the plant is subjected to operating pressures or temperatures. Do not install the rupture disc in places where people and/or things might be hit by the pressure release in case of device opening. Discharge toxic, harmful, dangerous, flammable products or any fragments released by the rupture disc or by the plant in a safe place to avoid damage to people or things. Ensure the system flanges are aligned according to the guidelines provided in an SME PCC1, Appendix E. Make sure that the product is not damaged in any way, is not scratched, dented, scraped, smeared with foreign material. Do not install damaged rupture discs. Before installing the rupture disc, always clean the holding surfaces of the holder, both at the inlet and at the outlet. The surfaces must be free of rust, corrosion, and foreign material. Use solvents that are compatible with the application, taking care not to use abrasives or materials that could ruin the surfaces. Position the ring on the process side of the disc holder, ensuring it's on a secure and flat surface with the flow arrow directed upwards. Should your disc holder come equipped with a groove, it is crucial that you correctly insert the O-ring into the holder's housing. However, please be aware that this isn't a standard supply configuration. Position disc with utmost care in the disc holder, checking that the flow arrow on the disc tag plate is facing upwards. It's crucial that you do not install seals between the disc and the disc holder. This can interfere with the function of the safety device. Install the discharge side ring of the disc holder with the flow arrow directed upwards. Be sure to align the side pre-assembly holes and exercise caution during this process to avoid damaging the disc and the holder seats. Check that all flow arrows are oriented in the same direction. Proceed with the installation of the side pre-assembly bolts and manually tighten them to secure their position. for products in our range that comply with the 8xEX Second 2GD Directive and the EPS Regulation Number 1107 UKCA. Specific guidelines are in place. Please follow these instructions diligently to ensure optimal performance and safety. These compliant units are equipped with a connection for plant earthing. Please refer to the accompanying image to identify the grounding symbol's location. The grounding conductor must be connected to the main body of the equipment, either using the provided screws or another system that guarantees an efficient electrical connection. Rupture discs that comply with these regulations and directives are not considered as ignition sources. Instead, their purpose is to safeguard the plant from incidents of overpressure. Ensure that the disc and disc holder unit are correctly positioned between the flanges, with the holder accurately centered in alignment with the flange tie rods. Install a gasket, made from a material compatible with your specific application, between the process side flange and the holder, as well as between the discharge side holder and flange. It's vital to verify that the holder is compatible with the flanges and that the assembly arrows are oriented in the direction of the line flow. When tightening, keep the faces of the coupling flanges parallel. Check that the space between the process flange and the process side holder is equidistant on the whole circumference of the holder. Before tightening the flange bolts, the side assembly screws must be loosened because they can cause misalignment between the process side and the discharge side of the disc holder, and consequent misalignment of the flanges. Proceed with manually tightening all bolts. It's important to ensure that the clamping nuts and bolts of the flanges can rotate freely. Prior to installation, the threads should be lightly lubricated with an oil, preferably of the SAE10 type or equivalent, to ensure ease of operation. Tighten the bolts to 1/2 of the desired value. Follow a cross pattern for the tightening process. After securing the first bolt, move to the one directly opposite and tighten that. Then proceed to the bolt that is furthest from the ones already tightened, and then move to its opposite. Continue this pattern until all bolts are properly tightened to ensure flatness. Repeat the same sequence and tighten the bolts to the desired value, according to the instructions of Donadon SDD. Under specific conditions, it may be necessary to retighten the flange bolts after the system has been subjected to pressure and/or temperature cycling. The non-observance of the tightening torques could lead to incorrect operation of the disc. After a specific period of operation, the rupture disc must be replaced to avert premature rupture. This period greatly depends on the unique operating conditions of the plant in which the disc is installed. As a general guideline, we recommend replacing the rupture disc 2 years post-installation. For further guidance to assess this period, kindly refer to Appendix B of the UNIEN ISO 4126-6 standard. We advise replacing the rupture disc during routine operational or integrity checks. If you're considering reusing a previously installed rupture disc that is still intact, please consult with Donadon SDD to verify the disc's appropriateness for further use. Before you commence any disassembly operation on the device, ensure that there's no pressure in the system. If a rupture sensor is present, disconnect it electrically. For detailed instructions on how to do this, please refer to the relevant manual. Before removing the holder and disc assembly from the line, verify that the pre-assembly bolts or screws are securely tightened. Then, carefully position the assembly on a secure, flat surface with the flow arrows facing upwards. Unscrew pre-assembly bolts and screws in order to remove the disc holder ring on the discharge side, making sure that no part of the disc holder can slip or fall. Proceed with the removal of the ruptured disc and any old O-rings if present. Carefully inspect all the holder seats to confirm their integrity. If cleaning is necessary, use non-abrasive solvents that are compatible with your process fluid to prevent any damage. Do not perform mechanical workings on the disc holder. Do not install a damaged rupture disc. It is essential to install Donad and SDD rupture discs exclusively in our proprietary disc holders. When ordering replacement discs, please provide the previous lot number, which can be found on the tag plate or the product certificate. Donad and SDD maintains comprehensive records based on these lot numbers, facilitating the easy identification and provision of the correct replacement. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any further questions or require additional assistance, we're here to help. Please feel free to reach out to us via email at donadandsdd@donadandsdd.com. For more common inquiries, you may find your answers in our FAQ section at the Donad and SDD website. We appreciate your commitment to safety and look forward to supporting your needs.